Pro tip number one, make sure you hit the record button and you don't sit there and ramble for 15 minutes and then go back and check your camera and realize that you never hit record. All right, let's do that over again. I'm here to give a little intro into what this channel is going to be about, starting off at least, until I figure out the main things I want to do. But I just wanted to give a bit of an update, or a bit of a starting point, to help people understand what I'm wanting to do and what I'm wanting to showcase on this channel. I gave YouTube a try previously and I wasn't satisfied with it. I felt like most of the stuff I was doing was pointless. There was no story, there was nothing to be told, nothing to be said about it other than what I was doing in the video. And a lot of times I would go back and watch this stuff and be like, why am I cutting this down? Why am I swinging this axe this way? Who gives a flying flip about what I'm doing? Because there's no basis to go off of. So I'm hoping to change that with this channel. One major difference now is that I have this notebook. I'm actually going to write things down. I'm actually going to plan before I walk into the woods and just start filming. So, got a few things written down that I'm wanting to include on this channel starting off. So I'll get into that right now. What to expect on this channel in the near future. So first off, I've got this 3.5 pound jersey and I want to put a new handle in it because it has gotten to the point where it's not very satisfying to use, and it's actually kind of difficult to use when you start getting tired. This is the first handle I ever made. I don't know how long ago, it's been a while, but it was about 34.5, 35 inches originally, and my palm swell was not very good. Actually was hammering the handle back into the axe just because it was getting loose, and split it off, so I had to cut it and make do. So I just want to tidy that up, get a better handle in it, something shorter, something more usable, and make a bit of a lighter race style axe that can be used for hopefully anything and everything, for the most part at least. I have a cheap axe that I'm wanting. I've started doing with it what I'm planning, but haven't quite finished it, so I'm gonna go over what I've done already and show what I'm going to do. It was a $10 axe that I found at a local bargain store. Brand new axe, but it had a fiberglass handle in it, which was terrible, and a few other things that I'm gonna have to fix on it. But the axe was $10, and the handle I purchased for it was actually $7.25. So that's probably going to be known as the 1725 axe. It's a 1250 gram head, Montreal pattern. So I'll show that later. A few restoration projects. I've got a corn knife I need to fix for my grandfather. It was a handmade family item, and he wants it restored, done up. Pause. We're still filming, thank God. A few other restoration projects I have. I've got a double bit. I'm not sure who made it, but I'd like to fix it and rehandle it. I've got another I've actually got two other jerseys, one of which is heavily pitted, that I just want to turn into a bit of a showpiece. And I have a basically brand new Council Tool jersey pattern that I want to do similar things that Owen did, and I actually had the idea to do it prior to seeing some of his videos, but it's basically going to be the same type axe, I'm hoping, as what Owen has, or what he's created. Let's see, I've got a couple mauls that I'm going to be fixing up, and I mean, nothing special with that. I've got some crosscut saws that belong to my grandfather. I'm hopefully going to be restoring, sharpening, getting handles for, and using out here. Several other projects that I didn't write down that hopefully I'll get into in this video, just kind of showing them, building some interest in it. Another thing I want to show is I've got a sawmill just on the other side of this valley, and it's not in operation right now. I probably haven't heard it run in 7 or 8 years, but it has a 3-cylinder Detroit diesel on it, factory supercharged. I'd like to get it going again, build a new shelter over top of it, and start cutting some lumber out of it, or with it, and hopefully take some of the logs that I get off of this property that I wind up clearing out and milling some lumber to help build a small cabin that I want to make in the future somewhere out here. I want to do some land management, some proper forestry techniques, but with hand tools. Your modern forestry, you're not going to be using hand tools that much, but I want to do it that way. I just want to limit the amount of equipment that's coming through here. Plus I want the workout from it. I want to learn how to use the tools. So it should be fun. This weather, with the temperatures dropping and the seasons changing, it's got me motivated to get back on these projects, and motivated to change some things about what I'm doing in my life and what I'm doing, sharing the stuff I'm doing with other people. So in order to keep me motivated, I plan on documenting and filming my progress, and hopefully getting feedback from other people and some support to help keep me on track. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll take you to a few things out here that I want to show, just to give little teasers basically, or some ideas or some feedback on. So I'll walk over to the mill just to show you the state that it's at. It's pretty rough. It's going to take a lot of work, and it's probably not going to be a one episode type thing. It's probably going to be a series if I decide to film that. So, but yeah, we're just hitting the refresh button or the start over button. So hopefully this turns out. If it doesn't work out, I'm cool with it. I can hit the delete button. I can start over again. I can hit pause. So we'll see where it goes. But if you're interested in seeing this stuff, learning with me, helping me learn, just go ahead and hit subscribe, share this with other people, follow the people that I suggest you follow, watch their stuff. Yep. Okay, so I haven't been down here in about a year or so, and the state of the sawmill is looking pretty rough. I can tell already. All kinds of Japanese stilt grass growing up everywhere. But this is the back side of the operation. Basically, this is the dust blower, and here's the trolley. Basically grabs the logs and moves them across the saw blade. But there used to be a nice shelter over top of this, and a good sized snowstorm took it down, probably 10+ inches. But over there is that industrial Detroit. Hopefully it's not locked completely up. There's actually a few logs, cedar, eastern red cedar logs, still on the ramps leading up to this trolley mechanism. But the entire frame has been buckled up there due to the weight of the building falling on it. So that'll have to be sorted out. But another thing I would like to restore or get going is right down here, and I actually have a few of them on the property. I'm not sure, this is probably more of an American type piece of equipment, but I don't know for a fact. But it's an open circular saw used for bucking logs. You have the power source right there, turning a belt, and this trough here actually moves back and forth and allows you to make bucking cuts with the saw. Have another one, I think, in one of the barns, but I think it'd be cool to get one of these going, especially if I could like revive a power source like this. I believe this is an old it's a Briggs, I'm pretty sure, but I think the other one that I have is a Tecumseh 4-stroke. So another thing I left out with my video ideas or project ideas is I want to fix up my forge area a little bit better. I actually have two different forge areas, one here and one at my house, but I'm hoping to do this one upright and have a building over it and line the floor with brick and everything. Probably gonna have to dig down a little bit more and get my stand raised off of the dirt. But yeah, I got into doing some blacksmithing projects when I was younger. Made a few knives, and then didn't really have time to do it because I started back school, I guess. But I'd like to get back into it. It'll be a helpful tool for a few projects that I've talked about already. So maybe we'll make some videos out of this.